Oh. Oh, I recognize this. This looks like a small... Hang on a second. I mean, maybe this isn't that map. Anyway, this is Fel Horde. I assume that the theme is that the creeps are the Fel Orcs, and we just play as normal. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see as the game goes on. There used to be a 4v4 map that looked just like this, but imagine this, and then double it, and put one above the other. And that you have one there, then one here, sort of thing. It looks very familiar, but I guess it's probably not. I mean, it's so long that it's hard to tell whether some of these maps are just copy of Blizzard melees or whether they actually are original. But at any rate, it looks pretty good. I mean, I guess that's a compliment to some degree if it's not, that it looks like a Blizzard map, just judging off the mini-map and stuff like that. More of one of the older school Blizzard maps. So I guess I'll start off with, let's go just Demon Hunter, Keep the Road, that kind of stuff. Unless there's anything fancy I can build. Then I'll see. Apparently this has been done already, I'm being told, but I'm not entirely sure. Did I notice that my fog click detector flared up for Will during that 4v4? I haven't had a fog click detector in goodness knows how long. If there was a fog click detector, it would have been on the bot, I guess. Will, you turned your map pack off now, have you? You remember to turn your map pack off before joining the games? Okay, let's get some archers. I'm going to put a wisp inside of Nygaard's base just to be safe. You never know what's going to happen. We've got mercenary camp here. They're typically going to be outland creeps, which the majority of the outland mercenary creeps are kind of crappy. For some reason the green camp is all the way around here. Unless it's here. But there's a green spot here, which means I've got to walk all the way around to get to it. A little clunky. Yeah. See. I'm the hacker now. Alright, Void Walkers. I can clear those. I'm not exactly sure that's a green camp, but I can clear them.
The time has come.
Point the way.
Your blood is mine.
Your building is complete.
Yeah, that's probably just high-rise trolling. Nygaard going for Dreadlord and Ghouls, like a true hero, but he's going to completely regret it. As everyone does who goes Dreadlord and Ghouls. Such is the nature. It's a sadistic path, path to take. Going undead from Dreadlord. Oh, Circuit Nobility is very good though. I'll take that. The rest of the map is more or less orange now, with some green camps towards the middle, but that seems like quite a long way to go.
Waiting on you. Your move.
That seems a bit extreme. That crit camp looks a bit tough. We might want to team up for that one. But ghouls aren't going to do it. I need to put a tree there. Let's do these spots here. I'm gonna set up a tree so we can creep this for later on, because that's way too tough to do right now. And I'll keep getting archers. Let's have a look and see what's over here.
Done. Fair enough.
That doesn't. Could be nasty.
The time has come.
Oh, hello. Bit of the old sleep. So you got to travel a little bit to get to these green camps, but it seems pretty rewarding. I'll pull the next creep camp. Oh, I'll have that. Ah! Do it. Just do it. So we've got Ancient of War coming here. We can fall back to do this if we like. Or we can try to open up an expansion point. I'm not sure how hard the expansion points are. Oh, these agility times are very generous. We could do their green camps as well, but I don't want to fall too far behind.
Your building is complete. Ready. Your building is complete.
So building's complete.
My blade thirsts. Command me.
Maybe. I'm gonna try.
The time has come.
Hard to know. I don't know these creeps sleep.
Walk away.
Nah,
On your mark.
maybe not.
Away.
Blade thirsts. At last,
Let's just come back and do this.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
has come.
Waiting on you. Upgrade finished. Walk away.
We must act.
I stand ready.
Command me.
Your building is complete.
Blade thirsts.
Hopefully that Ancient of War can do this with 4 wisps healing. Let's try to get a creep. So this is supposed to be altered melee, but I'm not sure what's altered about it. I like the Disciple more. This guy's not very good. Not for me anyway. Not bad. I'll take the Hellstone maybe. You can always take the Intelligence, but I guess he doesn't. He wants me to get pimped out. Right, let's creep whatever's here and then go from there. I'll probably try for some Dryads and stuff.
Run for your life.
Warriors of the night.
So many agility times. I must have picked up 3, maybe 4. Let's try this camp now.
Time has
Your
come.
move. Done. Fair enough.
At last.
I am vigilant.
I'm going to tech up again. We're going to have Dryads coming shortly.
The time has come.
20 seconds for web. That's pretty good. Alright, I'll pull them back
On your mark.
with 1 archer.
Waiting on you.
And then we can really exploit damage.
I'll give it a shot. Oh, too easy.
My
We must
blade
act.
I'm not too worried about an expansion myself.
On you. Point the way. I am vigilant.
blade
Trust in my command.
See, look at that. They're helpless now. You get a lot of extra damage there. I might actually get 1 bear just for raw.
command me.
No, this just looks like a fine melee map, as far as I can tell. I'm still trying to work out what's altered about it. That item.
We must act.
Oh, is it the wrong patch? It's always the wrong patch, though, isn't it?
We must act.
When is it not the wrong patch? Oh, we got something here. This looks tough.
Last.
We are poised to strike. Point the way.
That looks very tough. Pull back. Something like that I would totally pull back.
For the goddess.
Diabolists first.
We are poised to strike. Trust in my command.
Blade thirsts.
Oh my.
I am vigilant. Trust in my command.
Must act.
Point the way. We are poised to strike.
Yeah, they die quite quickly, the
Trust in my
Diabolists.
command. Our warriors have engaged the
My
enemy.
blade thirsts.
Research.
Nice. Hood of Cunning. There you go. Agility and Intelligence you can take if you want, although it kind of suits me.
Vigilant.
I'm nicking everything at the moment.
Trust in my command.
The intelligence part, not so much, though. I'll do scout out of curiosity to see what they've crept so far on the map. And we should do, like, our top side as well.
We are poised.
Even though we could come around here and do that.
I am vigilant. Waiting on you. Trust in my command.
Almost tier 3.
Waiting on you.
Sleeper has awakened. At last.
On your mark.
We must act. Though I
Upgrade
be damned.
finished. Our warriors have
away.
engaged the enemy. Act.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Command me. My blade thirsts.
Let's get that tier 3 archer upgrade in a second. A little bit more lumber.
Must act.
Is there a shredder? That's one of the questions you need to ask yourself. Not entirely sure there is.
Already.
The map looks a little bit sparse for shops and stuff like that. So there's no
Blade thirsts.
there's no goblin merchant.
Come.
Your building.
That's a big shame.
We must act.
That's yeah, that's oh, this guy's slightly different.
Must act. My strength is yours.
He's got the finger of death. Okay. And they got splash damage. Yeah, we're going to need more bears.
More lumber is required. Research finished. We are poised to strike.
Mana shield, of course. Now that's good for you. You should definitely take that. Okay, so we've cleared up this. Oh, we haven't quite. Might want to invest in an expansion. So far, this just looks pretty standard. I've got to look up, actually, for a second. Oh, look at that. I don't know. Scourge Bone Chimes, that does fit the bears. But you can take. Let's come back, fall back here. I'm just going to take a quick look and see if there's any details for the map. Well, there is a lot of details. Tier 1 melee is the ground. I think I'm not playing... I think this hasn't loaded properly. To play the Fel Horde, go Orc and set handicap to 90%. Ha! Okay. Well, we're testing out the map first of all, but I didn't actually read the whole thing. So yeah, it's one of those ones where you need to play a specific race in order to activate the Fel Horde. So that's why this doesn't look any different. So we'll have to remake it. And try it out. Otherwise we're not doing it justice. That's nasty. Nah, we can just have a fight.
We are poised to strike.
I think someone might have picked Orc. Human, Night Elf. Maybe not. Oh, there's your fight.
Our time is short. Our strength is short. Our time is short.
We must act. We are poised to strike.
Where shall I strike?
Research finished.
Our strength is short. We must act. My blade thirsts.
I am vigilant.
How can this
We must act.
Well,
We must act.
there was a lot to read in my defense.
Command me.
Okay, if you want to TP to that, I want to put some pressure on so we can finish this properly.
Our warriors have
You should be okay. Or you could just unsummon everything. Did you mean to do that?
I'm awake.
Was that an alternative to repairing?
I'm
We are
awake.
poised to
I'm
strike.
awake. My ancestors.
Trust in my command.
Quickly. The time has come.
Research finished.
Yeah, what was that?
My blade
I don't think you meant to do that, did you?
Trust in my command.
Oh, hello, Steely. Thank you for the sub.
I made it back. Hope you are
Hey.
doing fine, Richard.
I'm doing good, man. Thank you very much for the sub. We're going to finish things up here in a 1 versus 2.
Trust in my command.
Although they are going ham on my Demon Hunter. That might be too much for me to 1 versus 2 at the moment. If I run back...
We must act. Anodora. My blade thirsts. I'm awake. I'm awake.
There's some backup. Ah, bear! No, the bear couldn't escape.
I'm awake. Where shall I strike?
There's so much hero focus, man.
Your man.
I got bears, bro. Stop right-clicking my hero. I can see you right-clicking my hero so hard, man. Let him go. He's got the invulnerability anyway, for days.
Where shall I strike?
Ah,
I'm awake. I'm
Trust in
awake.
my command.
Our time is short. Of course. My blade.
the bears.
I am vigilant. Onward.
We must act.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Let's siege this shit down.
Where shall
Good job, Nygaard. Good job. Recovered from that devastating attack on your base earlier, where all of your buildings mysteriously got unsummoned. The power of Night Elf. Roar and bears. They are siege material. If you've ever watched pro games, you'll see how devastating the Night Elf bears can be with Roar. They can take down a base very quickly if they want. Alright, GG. Go Reet. No need to drag this one out now. The point has been proven. I do like the map layout. Now we just got to see whether we like playing as the Fel Orc in comparison to actually playing as a normal race. So you could look at it from that perspective after my mistake. To play the Fel Horde, go Orc and set handicap to 90%. I have removed the chaos damage from most of their units. They are the strongest soldiers out on the field, even stronger than the regular Orcs, but that comes at a cost. Your army will be small but deadly. Their spellcasters can enhance their already formidable force with aggressive spells that disable the enemy or supporting spells that increase the endurance of your forces. Hey, there you go. The Fel Orc start by slaughtering their brethren. Wow, this does actually look like it's been properly designed. That's good. I like that. Okay, so are the hotkeys more or less the same? So Altar of the Pact is our altar. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay, Warcraft 4, here it is. So we've got the Altar of the Pact. We're going to want a burrow. So pretty much go with... Hang on a second, is that a burrow? Pig farm. I don't know if it acts as a burrow where you can load up peons inside and attack with it, but at any rate, I'll build it that way. So F for the farm, which is your burrow. We've got a barracks. So not everything will be necessarily the same as it would be if you was playing Orc, but try to mimic it as best as possible so I can understand it a little bit better. I do like the design though, it looks really cool. Champions Hall, Dark Mill. That's very cheap, the Dark Mill. I'll just get one of those even though it doesn't necessarily fit my build order. But then again, what is the build order with this? Foundry, main research building, also contains upgrades from melee. Ah, okay, that's probably why, because this is just a drop-off point. Oh yeah, Blade Master. Let's go with stuff that isn't the Blade Master. I know people will want to see imbalance, but obviously I like to try to show off what's different about the map. If I just go Blade Master, it's not much different, is it? Okay, you can't load up on pig farms, so I may as well build the pig farms out of the way. You can't put a peon in them, I don't think. Nope. Okay, keep getting peons. Barracks. Fel Orc Grunt. Can we get a shop? That's got to be the shop. There we go. Never repository. Strange name for an orc thing, but we'll go with that. So I've gone for Demon Spawn. It's a cunning hero, so I think that's an agility hero. Adept at disrupting and tying up enemy groups. Can learn Dark Fumes, Weakness, Summon Fel Orc, and Chosen. What else can we do? We want to get the Foundry for the upgrades, don't we? But we need lumber for that. There he is. So he's got the Pit Lord voice. He's a very strong agility hero. Let's get a ranged unit when we can, which is now, because I've just got the lumber for it. Dark Fumes, stops all enemies, and let's just try that first of all. Oh, he's ranged. Huh. So it stops them from attacking and pushes them back slightly or something? Oh, it just stops them from attacking. But it's a tiny area. Get some more bone throwers. The Orc units use up free food though, by the looks of it, the majority of them. We don't have chaos damage. In comes a bone thrower. Deal 4 damage per second. That's going to be pretty good later on. I'm going to head towards the middle for those green camps. We want another pig farm. I don't know if I need any more workers. Maybe. If I get enough range units, I can get an expansion. So what do we need for that upgrade? Chief's Hall. Oh, that's the upgrade for my main. Okay. Get our ranged unit.
What trickery is this?
So you can tell by the looks of these guys, I think they were supposed to be melee brawlers.
What is your feeble request?
Feels really weird having my first hero with a ranged attack, especially an orc one at that. Okay, so here's your upgrades, but I don't know whether I want to worry about them just now.
What trickery is this? Master?
We should get an upgrade.
What you want? What is your feeble request?
Oh, agility, thank you very much. And you can summon a unit, which is a Fel Raider. I'm going to go to their green spot, actually. Should be doing that. Try to do theirs first. So that's the lumber. Spiked barricades, in case you get attacked. And then just a catapult. Nothing too exciting there.
What trickery is this? What you want? Waste my time. To the slaughter.
Identifies and points out flaws. Decreases armor by 4. That's not really worth spending mana on. I know that's a very powerful ability, kind of. Well, the effect is. But it's just Orb of Corruption, except it's not automatic and every single hit and passive. You actually got to spend mana for it, so I probably wouldn't bother with that again. Oh, 2 of them. Time to back off.
Don't waste my time.
Oh, they've got a tier 2 unit. Oh, that's a summon.
What trickery is this?
I'm going to group up.
What lies before me? My quarry.
Don't know what the heck that is.
What is your feeble? What lies
Doing some nasty damage though.
What a foolish ploy. I bring darkness. Don't waste my time.
I'm going to get some ranged upgrade. Fel Orc Coda Beasts. Fel Orc. Oh! Bone Throwers benefit from that. What looks like a melee attack. Okay, they've done that. Let's go do our green spot then.
What is your feeble request? I'm ready to track. What trickery is this?
Got more pig farms. There's replenishment. Super expensive.
Your feeble request. We're under attack.
Scroll of speed. Cheap.
What lies
Fine.
before me?
Potion of healing. Orb of Kill Jaden. Don't know what else that does. Oh, it's just fire damage. It's like a slightly stronger Orb of Fire, so basically it's crap. I don't know if there's much else we can creep, actually. Is there much else we can creep? I don't know. How many ranged units have you got? Maybe not.
What trickery is this?
My tech should be done in a second.
Upgrade complete.
Beast Pit.
Work.
Then my expo, yeah. And Temple of the Damned. You could obviously be a scumbag and go the Dragon Roost. I'll try to get the more interesting units. But you know the Dragon Roost is just going to be like mass air. But if I'm getting these Bone Throwers, I should be able to do some good damage here.
I hear the call of the We're under attack. What trickery is this?
Well, we do some damage, don't we?
Before my quarry nears.
There's a little catapult.
What is your feeble
Okay, let's come back here. Sell. That is expensive. That's too expensive. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, that item.
trickery is this?
I can't justify that.
I'm ready to try before me. Research complete. Work complete.
Right, we need a second hero though, don't we? What about War Chief?
What trickery is this?
I am the War Chief. So, let's get a Kodo. These look more or less the same. I can. Pull back.
What a foolish ploy.
I'll use weakness on this guy.
What is your feeble request? Tremble before me.
Legion Doom Horn, that sounds good to me.
What is your feeble request?
Blood Infusion.
Flush them out. You failed to amuse me. I'm ready to track. What is your feeble request?
You do get quite a lot of gold for kills. Right, what have we got here? Temple of the Damned. Black Shaman, Fel Orc, Warlock, Erudite Agent.
Death to all who
I'll get one of each. But I need food for it. So maybe if I lose a unit or something. Battle Slam, slams the ground. Roar, Command Aura. Battle Slam and Command Aura, I think. Kodo Beast for the Aura. And we want more lumber drop-off points. Let's get the upgrade for the Shaman. Oh my goodness, Unholy Frenzy. As well as the Bloodlust. That's going to be pretty crazy. Yeah, you can see where this is going. I'm not going to worry too much about the Fel Raiders. Kind of curious about the Doom Guard. I need the upgrade though for that. Okay, let's try to do maybe... Do you want your expansion? I don't know if you can get towers, can you? Tool, barracks, dark mill, dark tower. Okay, you can. Can benefit from the spiked barricades. I need lumber though. So I don't know if I can really risk it. I'm trying to get decent lumber place.
What a foolish ploy.
That's got a massive long cooldown to it. I mean duration. Spellcast, sorry. Weakness. I'm going to lose a couple of units, but that's good, because I can actually get some more of these. There's our Black Shaman. Fel Fire. So that's like Priestess of the Moon, I guess, attack. Deals shield and does damage. Is that lightning shield or?
What trickery is this?
And summon. I'm going to be a bit more lazy when it comes to creeping, because I'm trying to concentrate on getting other bits done.
Yes.
Actually, this would be a better place for the mill drop-off point. So tech is going through. Got to get Eridar Agent as well. So I want more in terms of the spellcasters.
What is your final request? Pitiful. Ah, what a foolish
Let's try their territory then.
tremble before me.
Does this do damage to my own units?
What is your feeble
Yes, it does. So it is lightning shield basically.
you failed to
I like the catapults. I have no idea if this is a good fight for us or not. That's a lot of catapults. There's your Dragon Rider. Okay, looks like the fight's going well. Gonna get Doom Guard. I'm gonna keep upgrading. Need a lot of lumber though. Let's just go back to creeping. Even though you got all those catapults and you probably want to use them at base. No, my Kodo!
We're under attack. What is your will? Don't waste my time.
Don't know, let's have a look down there. I want to get like all the casters.
Ready to work. Yes.
Obviously I want to take a look at the Dragon Roost as well. The Doom Guard's coming in. Just a solid unit. Looks like the Tauren basically. Except he's got the ability to hit air, so that could be pretty crazy. Although he's got a slow melee attack, so that's not too impressive. In comes the Eridar Agent. Curse, very good. They've got all the best casters, haven't they, really? Curse. Stops all enemies in the target area from casting spells. Reveals an area of the map. Interesting. Oh, that's the last talent. Bring in the lumber, lads.
What is your will request? Ready for battle. What?
It just stops them from casting a spell. That's not much use.
What? Don't waste my
Should get my third hero as well. The Blood Prophet.
trickery is this?
Scourge Bone Chimes.
Don't waste
Oh, being a bit contested here.
command to me. What trickery is this? You fail to amuse me. Don't
The
waste
Dark Fume seems cool. See if Ember's got any spare wood, and I'll give some gold.
We're under attack! Ready for that. What is your feeble request? I bring darkness. Pitiful.
I'm not sure what those catapults are going to do versus the air. Oh, we might want to get back. Although you lost your hero.
Good one. Don't waste my time. Yeah. Ready for battle. What is your feeble request? Good one.
He's in trouble.
Tremble before.
I can't save him.
Ready for
That
battle.
hero's so fast.
For victory!
Panicked. I had to just use it.
Our hero has
Hope it was enough. Okay, I need to back off here and think about all the units I've got, because it's hard to play something you've never played before, and it's all different. So we've got a Blood Prophet now. Anything good from the shop?
Yes.
Tiny Great Hall. I could go put that down actually for an expansion.
Something you're doing? I am. You fail to amuse me.
Blood Prophet has Dark Grip, Malicious. Oh, that's the one that immobilizes.
Ready to work.
Reduces attack speed and entire movement speed.
We're under attack! The spirits are restless.
And an Aura. Okay, Unholy Aura.
I am the war chief. I grow impatient.
Summon a Fellstalker, no way.
We're under attack!
Oh, they got the Firebolt and the Unholy Frenzy. They're like the strongest.
Get on with it. What
They're awesome, they
trickery
are.
is this? What do you want? Ready to work.
And then we've got Dragon Rider and a Black Drake. Let's try to get one of each of those.
Beckons.
This is pretty fleshed out, to be quite frank with you, isn't it?
What is your feeble request?
Not easy playing it for the first time, especially when I try to go triple hero all the time.
Work, work. What trickery is this?
Gotta get my hero back though.
What do you want?
I want more of these casters. I think they're really cool.
Can't help it. Don't waste our time. What trickery is this? I bring darkness. You fail to amuse me. Pitiful. What a foolish ploy. Tremble before. Let's hear. Work complete, Chief. For the Horde. You dare speak to me. Greetings. Agreed. What trickery is this? I am the war chief. Don't waste my time. That was my plan. Pitiful.
I'm on my way.
Trickery is this?
Level 2 win Bladestorm. That's no good. Dark Grip has its way. Alright. So, we've got Bloodlust going. We're going to have Unholy Frenzy going soon if I can work out which is the unit that casts it. It's you.
I'm blind and deaf. What trickery is this?
I can't cast Unholy Frenzy on the catapults. Oh, he's getting screwed. Mass air is a problem again. We're going to need some anti-air or something. Can the Black Drake go for it? So much spam.
What a foolish ploy. Command me.
Brutalist.
And what is your will before me?
Dark vision. So it's just like level 1 fire sight. And confusion. That's the bloodlust. That's the most important thing. Why would... I guess you could put Fellfire once you've got the bloodlust on, but I don't think you would want... I don't think the shaman are very good in this. Only the bloodlust. The chaos bolts are obviously pretty broke. I could spam those. That's like legit broke. Eridar agent coming through. Does the attack, stop attack work on air? I don't know actually. Maybe. It says stops all enemies. This can devour a unit. If we can get close enough. Well, killing bases won't be too difficult. Alright, here comes the air. Yeah, they can't. They lost their actual attack. You can see they haven't got an attack here. They've only got armor. I got an ultimate. I don't know what. Do I have time to read? Do I have time to read? Chosen gives a 40% chance to avoid attacks and 30% chance to deal. Wow, that's a passive. That's insane. That's an ultimate, all right. And he's ranged. Whoosh. So I think Doom Guards, which are really expensive, 300 gold, but they're like ranged Tauren, and they can learn Rain of Fire if you really wanted. I think Doom Guards, you want 1 Kodo. Fel Orc Warlocks. Only go Shaman if you just want the Bloodlust. Otherwise, I think the Fel Orc Warlocks are by far the best. Eridar Agents are okay. Maybe 1, but because they're free food, it's not so good. But you use Banshees just for Curse initially, typically. The ability to stop casters as well is pretty useful. Dragon Rider. They seem fine. They're like Wyvern Riders, basically. And those are like Hippo Riders. The Black Drake, except it costs 6 food. So it must be a pretty strong melee type anti-air. And the barracks, bone throwers, obviously you can mass those and get the poison effects. I think that's it. Nicely done, really. The models are very beautiful. Well, I don't think beautiful is the right word for orcish stuff, but you know, it looks good to me. I'm almost at the food cap, so I can't really enjoy any more units. That's some good effort you put in there, Ember, exploring all of the units that this map has to offer. So you can see, here's the Eridar Agent. He's got a decent chunk of health. I mean, he's very strong for a caster, so that justifies the free food. So he seems well worth it. His health is very good. And you want one of them. It's a bit like a Spirit Walker or something, but these guys, if you mass them, Firebolt is crazy. Or you can double the mana usage and go for a Fellstalker, which isn't terrible. 150 mana could be a lot, but if you had like an Archmage with Brilliance Aura, that's pretty insane.
What is it now? What is your feeble? Something nervy? Okie dokie.
I need to lose some peons. They're taking up all my food.
Be happy to.
Got a bunch of units here.
Greetings. That was my plan. What is it? What, mortal? That was my plan.
A wise plan. For the Horde. Understood.
Should be a little bit quicker now. They're still... Oh, that's because I got that mode on.
What is it now?
What is your
Doomguard, though. No upgrades for him, but imagine if he had upgrades. He's not, like, supremely overpowered, but he seems like a pretty solid character.
What is your will?
What is it now?
No, let's waste my time. Ready for battle. What is your feeble request? What is your regard? Evil draws close. Bone double. I'm blind, not deaf. Is that all? And me, the demons nearby. I'm blind, not deaf. What is your creed? This and me.
Yeah, Bloodlust plus Unholy Frenzy is a little crazy. They got chaos damage, so they're actually siege machines.
What is it now?
For the Horde. What is your will?
That was my plan.
What trick?
Nice.
What is your will?
That's very well fleshed out. It might be a little bit imbalanced because of stacking Bloodlust and Unholy Frenzy, but obviously it's a custom altered melee, so it's not designed to be like perfectly balanced. I think my hero might be in trouble.
What is your feeble request? To the slaughter enemy. Our hero
Killed by peons. A mighty warrior killed by peons. Dum, 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 look at that.
easily. Are there enemies armed, not deaf? What you dare speak to me? Research complete. Ready for battle.
I must hunt soon.
Direct me. Stage to death. Understood.
Is that a sword? Luxury! Is that a horse?
Oh, thank you there for the
Sloth!
donation.
Is that a
Cheers,
helmet?
Chris Lee.
Vanity! It's hammer time.
Awesome stream, man. Much love, less than 3.
Thank you very much. That looks like Fel Orcs to me. Right. Well, that's a good place to leave it. That's pretty awesome. Thanks very much for watching. Have a good one. 46 to 81. That's really high. What's the payoff for it? 4 food. Not really. It's 10 gold more than the Wyvern Rider. He's got damage upgrades, but I don't think they normally go up to 46 to 81. And he's got more health.
Onward and upward. Research complete.
Although he probably has a slow attack because he's got a fast attack with Bloodlust. So he probably has a slow attack. That's what the balance is. So think of him more as like a flying fiend. But that doesn't say much, does it? For balance purposes. Yeah, he does have a slow attack. So that's what's done to balance it slightly. But that doesn't really work because hit and run attacks, you get a whole stack of them. Hit, run, that kind of thing. You can get a lot of awesome stuff done. Okay, cool. Fel Orcs, pretty darn cool. And I'm glad I got to check them all out.